And now, your host of Keys and TDs Live, Abby Wasserman Orchide.
All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I had to check the date. I don't know why I did. We always do these on Wednesday nights, and somehow I still had to double check that it was a Wednesday evening indeed. Happy November, everybody. I feel like it's been a really long month already, and yet we're only 5 days into the month. But welcome with me to the stage. We're going to bring up our special guest this evening. It's Jack Tucci from Second Nature. I wish I had like special applause. I'm sure there's like special claps in here somewhere.
Yeah, there's
got to be. I just don't know how to work all the special effects. It looks like I do, but I really don't. And the later in the night that it goes, the less technical I get. So welcome, Jack. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, excited to be here. And speaking of the time, when you first sent out the invite, I thought it was a typo when it said 9 p.m. Eastern, but hey, here we are. No worries.
Here we are late at night, and hopefully live on Facebook, live on all the interwebs. I'm going to double check it, Oh, look, we are live. So I'm going to go ahead and share that on my own Facebook. And if I look a little bit distracted, that's probably why. Now we're back over and ready to rock and roll. So Jack has been kind enough. Obviously, we're both on Eastern time zone. So if we start to get a little bit distracted, it's because it's 9 o'clock at night for us. But we, like you said, we decided to do this a little bit late at night. But our goal in doing this was to make this a little bit more fun, a little bit more engaging. At the end of the season, we're going to have a Super Bowl party. We were just talking about that. Bring some people on from our fantasy league. But in the meantime, I want you guys to get to know Jack. I want you guys to get to know Second Nature, who's our sponsor for this evening. So Jack, tell me a little bit about you. I know you, but our audience does not. So You're in New Jersey, but you are an Eagles fan. Tell me more about you and how that happened.
Jersey Jack. Yeah. So Jack Tucci with Second Nature. I'm account executive with the company. Grew up right outside Philadelphia in southern New Jersey, which of course is where the Eagles fandom comes from. Now live kind of smack dab in the middle between New York and Philly, right at the Jersey Shore. Yes, a couple towns away from where they shot that amazing TV show. What was that? Over a decade ago. But yes.
Abs are here.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep, Jersey Shore, and been living here with my wife for the last few years. News on my end, we're expecting a baby here in a couple months or so. We're right at the end of the December here, so we're getting close.
Congratulations on that. Congratulations. New Eagles fan in the house. So
well, listen, my in-laws are Giants fans, so this can.
Ooh. Okay. So Giants, Eagles fan potentially. I've got a very, very close friend that's a Giants fan, so she will be very happy to hear that there's another potential Giants fan in the Giants fandom. And listen, I mean, Jackson Dart has been doing phenomenal things for the Giants, just to kind of take a quick step over there. And I guess we'll go ahead and move over into our halftime report since we're kind of talking about what's been going on. And I wanted to bring Jack in. Not just Jack in particular. I'm going to blow some smoke Jack's way because he is a football fanatic. He knows his way around the football field. But I wanted to bring in somebody that knew their way around the football field this week because we are about halfway through our fantasy league or fantasy season. And it has been quite a season. So for those that are maybe joining us for the first time tonight, a little bit of a recap of what we are doing this year. We decided to, and by we, I mean my husband, decided that we should do a fantasy league for property managers. It's got 32 people that have joined this league. It's a mix of...
By the way, insanity, 32 people in the league. Like, you guys are losing your mind, but go ahead.
We are. And as the commissioner, I have lost my mind. I lost it about 12 hours into the creation of this league. When I realized that 32 players meant 32 quarterbacks and 32 defenses, what are we doing?
The team must be full of bench players, but hey, who's not me?
And that's essentially where we are halfway through the season. So we've got a mix of some people who have been super successful using ChatGPT, my husband, and we've got who'd have thunk that. And we've got some people that have really tried to stay true to the nature of fantasy, who love football, and tried to really stick it out with their handyman Dak Prescott. And now we're on the week, and we know we're going to lose. So, this is where we are. So we developed this fantasy league. I guess we got off on a little bit of a tangent, but we've got 32 players, 32 teams. And we've discovered that we've made some mistakes along the way in building those rosters. We'll make some changes next year. But you're playing fantasy yourself. You're not in our league. And
That's right.
You're about halfway through your season too.
That's right.
So
Yep.
How's that going for you? Tell me how your fantasy league is going, how your year is going, before I get too deep into the woes of how this week has gone for us.
So doing pretty well. I'll preface this. I'm in my barber shop league. So my barber runs the league.
Hair's looking great. Shout out to the barber.
Shout out to the barber. Actually, I have a haircut.
There you go.
Haircut on Friday, so we'll get there.
Okay. But you want to give him a quick plug?
Quick plug. Sure. The Talking Heads Barbershop in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Sean's the barber. But anyway, he's got a league and he's the commissioner, and he set it up where the winner of the league actually gets free haircuts for a whole year. So a lot on the line here, folks. I'm in second place. I think I'm 6-2 or 7-2, one of those two.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going well.
Okay. So you've got a lot on the line, and we were talking about this. I'm going to move us into our cry circle here, because we were talking about this. We were commiserating for the majority of.
We were
back,
but we're so back.
We are back. We prepped for this, you guys. We are back. We're fully back now, because we both had Brock Bowers. We drafted him. I drafted him. I don't know about you, because I looked out and I drafted him. I don't know if you really could have picked him up off the waiver otherwise. No. But I drafted him, and immediately he was out.
He was hurt.
And for what, like 10 weeks we waited. Was it 10 weeks?
That was week 9. He came back here. Listen, the point is, the man is an absolute man child, right? He's like, I don't know, 22 years old, but he's balding. He's bigger and more athletic than anyone on the field. And he's just
phenomenal.
So, I put my trust in Brock Bowers as long as he's on the field. As you saw, he put up 35, 40 points.
Insanity.
So, good stuff.
Insanity. And I can't even remember who it was I doubled him up with. I was telling you, this was the first time I did this.
Oh, 2 tight ends.
Yeah, 2 tight ends, doubled up on tight ends, and realized this might be a smart play. So for those of you that are watching this for your tips, because we've got some of our fantasy members that are in this for the first time this year playing, this was a move that I had to do to save myself in our Yahoo league that I'm playing. I've got 2 Yahoo leagues. So one that I play with my son and his best friend and his best friend's family, and one that we play with another group of property management folk. This one is a little bit less nice, a little bit less sponsorable by Second Nature, if you will.
Okay.
Maybe we couldn't put a resident benefit package in place for this one, because you can't fee what we say in there. There's no dollars.
Sure.
Cents to what we are saying. And when you lose each week's matchup, the winner gets to rename the loser of that matchup. So I have been.
Oh, that can get messy.
It can get really messy, especially when you're playing with your husband, your son, your best friend's husband, your best friend, or Phil Owen. And don't worry, Phil Owen, your punishments are coming later during our halftime show.
Oh, no.
But so, but this week I doubled up. And
I love the strategy. Listen, today's NFL, they're looking to pass, but these younger quarterbacks need like a blanket, right? Like that they can just pass it to, a safety blanket. Tight ends are the go-to there. So double up on them. Let them run loose and let them score touchdowns.
And I think that, it's funny. You talked about a safety blanket, right? And I don't want this to be too much of a pitch for second nature. Okay. Because, we're here to
Just
have
a
fun.
pitch for blanket instead. No, I'm just kidding.
Literally, you just pitched for another sponsor that was on the back. You don't want to just do a flip around. We'll show their logo, and there it is. Blanket.
They're my friends.
Second Nate. There you go. Right there.
We're all friends.
We are all friends in this business. We're all friends in the club. My son is going to make fun of me so hard for that later.
Yeah.
But we'll clip that one. We'll throw that one on the Facebook and the interwebs, and we'll market the crap out of this. But to tie it back, right? I mean, and I don't even remember what I was talking about. So I'll just make
talking about doubling up and
but doubling up on benefits,
Yeah.
It really does remind me of what Second Nature has been doing, because it feels like we've been clients of Second Nature for God knows how long. I've been friends with you guys since you were Filter Easy. We'll just put it that way. And frankly, my mom only knows you guys as the company that used to have an elephant as the logo, right? And elephants don't forget anything. And that's why Filter Easy had Effie. But it's what you guys continue to add to those benefits, and you continue to double up on what value you have on that bench, so that when something happens on the field, you can pull from that bench and you've got another benefit to add to your portfolio.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the name of the game as far as a resident benefit package, however you curate this for your own business, is making sure there's real tangible value within the package, right? Like there's real value for the resident. So, a lot of people, I don't know, like to fill it with fluff here or there, but make sure you have those, double up benefits in there that really bring actual benefits to the residents. They resonate with it. They see the value in it. And, if you have happy residents, you're likely going to have happy owners as well too. So,
yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the same thing with like team management, right? We've seen that a lot this season. If you've got a happy team, they're going to perform well. We've seen that. I mean, we saw that earlier this season and still this season. I haven't watched them play, to be honest, but the Dolphins were a complete, for lack of a better way to say it, shit show. And
stay away from Miami players for now. Please avoid.
But you see it in the way that it comes from management and then player management as well. And if your leadership isn't doing what they need to do to carry that down, then your players feel it. They speak out.
They say the fish stinks from the head down, right? And so if Jerry Jones, not to name a rival of the Eagles, is your owner, and he's talking about how he cares more about publicity rather than winning football games, you see it permeate through the organization. So, yeah, I don't know. Focus on those teams that have good leadership, good ownership in place.
Yeah, exactly. And the good support when things go wrong. Speaking of support, we've got some of your family here saying hello. Bess is saying Bam. And
Bess rocks, by the way. Bess absolutely rocks.
Do we want to just take the next 40, what do we have? 47 minutes?
She's going to be mad if I do that, but yes, we absolutely
Let's just take the next 47 minutes and talk about Bess Wozniak. I met Bess Wozniak. I will do it, you guys. Bess Wozniak is one of the leading women in property management. She actually was awarded that.
Oh, true.
But she does work for the Second Nature team, guys. We're not just off the rails. I actually, funnily enough, deleted that banner from the last live event with PM Path Builders, where we went off the rails talking. I think it was about candy corn or the tush push.
Oh, I can talk a little tush push.
You want to talk about the tush push? We do have.
We don't have to right now.
We can still go back to Bess. I'll talk about Bess any day. She's probably one of the best implementation managers, and not to compare your implementation managers, but I got a text today that made me very happy. That said I might get to connect with her, and I was like, "Ooh,
that's good stuff."
Look at that. So those things make your clients happy, and
and truthfully, Bess has a great way of making sure the customer client is feeling very comfortable with her and trusts her, because She's been in their seat. She's been on the property management side. She's rolled out a resident benefit package at her own business prior to this too. So she's a great resource for us, 100%.
And I think that, once again, like I said, didn't mean to turn this into a sales pitch for, this is more of just like a bench. Let's talk about your bench, right? I come back from conferences and I'm always amazed by the Second Nature bench, right? Of who you guys have built out and how you do it. So let's talk about that for a second, right? Like, because I think that Second Nature does a really good job of building out really good talent that supports this property management industry, that no matter how we need help, whether that's in NARPM, because going back to Bess, and she's going to hate us both. We're going to both get messages after this.
I'll check my Slack right now. She's already found Slack.
My messages are probably, let's look at these comments. Is this Bess? Y'all are so sweet. And I'm very red in the face now. We love you so much, Bess. But going back to Bess, she and I partner up and we are the co-chairs for the NARPM Atlanta chapter for marketing and publications. And we also do that for the Southern States Conference, for the one-day conference. She does that for a lot of other things for NARPM. The rest of your Second Nature team steps up and does that for NARPM for other associations within property management. And you guys have done a really good job in the past of finding talent that does that. So how do you guys do that? I mean, obviously you're an account executive. I know you're not necessarily with
not leadership by any means, but certainly, like, look, I came here with Second Nature about almost 3 years ago. I previously worked at a company like Zillow, for example, a huge giant corporation, which I thought was everything I wanted. You realize it's not. You get to a company where the culture is palpable and like you understand the culture from being there for just, a couple months and you buy into it. And part of that culture is how can we do the absolute most for our customers, maybe prospects, maybe people who will never, ever partner with Second Nature. How can we still lend a helping hand, whether it's at these conferences like NARPM,
right?
Picking people up at the airport, something bizarre like that, or just simply offering, good, solid products that bring real value to their business as well too. So the culture overall at Second Nature is kind of what leads to understanding who the good talent is that we want to bring in, people that fit our culture and people that, can obviously work that culture throughout their tenure.
Yeah. Which I think that goes back to like how a coach builds his team, right? I've watched one of my son's friends go through the recruiting and college process, and he's about to go.
Which can
I don't
be
want to share too much. I don't want to share too much about his life because he didn't consent to this live video.
Where did he commit to? Tell us all about it.
Listen, but he committed to we'll just say a top, let me Google it, but I would say it's a top 25 program.
Okay.
I think it might even be a top 10 program this year. They've been talked about. Their coach was just re-signed. And he's going to be headed down there early. And what I saw during the process of him assessing the colleges was different. He was assessing it from a cultural standpoint. He was assessing how did he fit in, not just with the team, but how did he fit in with the coaching staff? Like, how did they actually embrace him? Like, how were they leaders of men? Right. And he went to Michigan. That was not the school that he chose. I'll throw that out there. And I remember sitting there with his mom and her sharing with me that the way that leadership style was for him just really turned him off. It was not a style that he felt was going to turn him into the best man he could be, because he didn't feel it was going to seek him out as a defensive player on that team. And I found that really interesting, because I think that goes back to what you're saying from, you guys seek it out and it comes through everybody that you hire. If a player can see that from just one college visit, one campus visit, I think that that can really impact an entire team's play if, there are those kind of things happening with a coach
Yeah.
or staff.
What's funny is a lot of folks that work at Second Nature or have been brought on to Second Nature, we have primarily, at least, on like, let's say the sales side and leadership side, primarily about 4 big company trips per year, 2 that are just simply Second Nature themselves. And then obviously the 2 big NARPM conferences as well too. So a good chance to get in front of people, meet the people that you're working with, and then see, what the community is like as well in property management. And a lot of the people we bring on and certainly to our own company conferences are people that are like, I haven't even actually signed my offer letter yet. Like they said, hey, come in and check out the culture first. And like, you get immersed in the culture. You get to meet everybody. You see what it's like. And then how can you say no to the offer letter after that? So similar to the what'd you say, signing or
like a campus visit. Yeah.
How do we show you what the culture is like before we tell you all about it, right?
I almost wonder if we've lost that in corporate culture these days, to make a huge pivot, right? But like, because we do this a lot in sports, right? We do campus visits, you do recruiting, you meet with coaches, they do interviews, I can't remember who it was, but who was it that gave the playbook, and he has that trick where he puts the dollar bill in the end of it just to see who it is that reads the end of the playbook, right?
Yeah. Did you get to the end or not?
Coaches are so incredibly intelligent when it comes to how they recruit and how they look for talent to put on their teams. And oftentimes, and I might be pissing a lot of people off with this, and that's okay, because my husband pisses people off on Facebook and with his Substack articles all the time. But
not Todd.
Not Todd. I don't have an I'm sorry about my husband hat around here somewhere. But I think that in the corporate world, which we fall into, right? Because we all own businesses or work in a business. We've gotten a little bit lazy in the way that we welcome people into our organization or look to welcome people into our organization. We forget that people are assessing us just the same way that we are assessing them, that we need to give them that 90-day period to figure out whether they're a good fit, just like we're looking at them for the first 90 days. That we might not be the right team for them, just like they might not be on the right team either,
Yeah. And in property management, what else you have to do with that too is figure out if the owner of the property that you're planning to manage, are they the right fit for you or not, right? Like, they could be a nightmare owner and all of a sudden it's not really worth managing that property, right? So you got to vet those folks out too. Same way with your renters as well, right? You got to make sure you're bringing in the right people for your properties too.
Yeah. And we talk about that a lot. We talk about like the right owners and like vetting those out. And like, if you have like this big portion that you're working on of like these owners that take up a lot of your time, then getting rid of them. Well, if you've got employees that aren't the right fit and are taking up this much time, or a team, you think of it in that aspect, then maybe you need to take a look at your processes that fit.
No doubt.
Around that as well.
Addition by subtraction at times. And look, I obviously speak with hundreds of property management groups each month, really. Some of the happier ones are, hey, I just got rid of this ownership group, or hey, we just restructured our team and it feels like a weight lifted off our shoulders. So, not saying go fire everybody, but the point is if someone is kind of weighing you down on one side or the other, you can
absolutely
adjust or pivot.
Absolutely. Pivot. Wasn't that that was our national theme a few years ago when Liz Clayman was national NARPM president, I think. So,
well, listen, I don't know how you pivot when you have 32 freaking teams in a fantasy football league.
It's very hard.
There are no more players. There's no more players to add.
It's very hard. And listen, with that, I feel like we should do a standings update, because I'm very proud. I'm very proud to say that I have pulled myself out of the toilet bowl competition for now. So for those that don't know, we're going to have 2 in a few weeks. I don't even know how many, because listen, as I said, I'm the commish bish, and it's a lot. It's
Flows right off the tongue. I'm the commish bish.
if you pause to say it, it just doesn't flow right. Okay.
Sure.
And it just feels awkward.
There's a comma though. So
But there is a comma. I'm the commish bish. But it's a lot to manage. So, but I have pulled myself out of the toilet bowl. But as of right now, and I think this is going to come up, yep, that's going to be over our faces. We're going to start with the toilet bowl. So, you know, it's so nice that Megan Brooks stopped by to say hi.
Megan Brooks.
I'm so glad that you did stop by to say hi. It's so great to see you, because you are, as of right now, in the toilet bowl. Oh, I didn't mean to maximize myself. How do I undo that? Let's fix that. Okay, there we go. So, as of right now, we've got Zach, our business development manager, the door slayer, not representing very well up against Thomas Talbert. We've got Brandon Nordell up against Megan Brooks. Once again, sister, get it together.
Wait. Sorry, is this is the toilet bowl side?
This would be the toilet bowl. This will be the people fighting for a lovely golden toilet trophy that will be coming.
It's kind of nice.
It will even be personalized for them with their name.
Sounds kind of nice.
It is kind of. It'll be kind of nice. I don't want them to forget that they're in last place. We've also got Tom Greenwood, which, that happened. PM Barbie, Susan, listen, reach out. If you need to make some more trades, we can see what we can make happen.
You're trading who for who?
We tried already. I lost my kicker.
Johnny Bench for a turkey sandwich.
It was a bad move. Okay. It was, and I need to hide this scroller so that we can actually see everything. We've got, I think that's Chip it's another Eagles fan. You should root for Snowden 200. He is an Eagles fan. So root for him.
Chip who?
Chip Robinson.
Oh, of course, Chip Robinson. Yeah, he's in Philly guy.
Yeah, he's in Philly. And then Benton Cotter is also there. So if things don't change in week 15, we will see these 8 players in the toilet bowl.
Oh, no.
So check your rosters for tomorrow's games, everybody. There's not much you can do.
I don't have real advice for you.
I don't either.
Given the circumstances of the league. But
last I checked in Sleeper, which is our league, there are some players available.
Maybe a Tank Bigsby is now available. He's the backup running back.
Bigsby is not available. Bigsby, we don't have anybody that you would know.
Maybe
let me remove this. Let me tell you who is available, Jack. Josh Oliver, Ryan Miller, David Sills. Are any of these names ringing a bell for you?
Ryan Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a running back on New York?
No, he is not. He is a wide receiver for Tampa Bay.
Different Miller.
Nice try.
Yeah, seems like a stud.
This is a fun game. Adam Troutman.
Okay. No. I know Adam Troutman.
Give me the team.
He's caught a couple passes. I don't know. He's bounced around. Probably like the Panthers or Broncos or something like that.
Broncos. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's available. D. Eskridge. That one's one I know, but only because he's been available this entire season.
Okay, so it's slim picking. So really what you're looking at is who did you draft who is not injured or not on a bye, and will you win the week or not?
Correct. And can you double up on tight ends to maybe
Troutman
maybe make something work? So that's our advice this week. Is I will say there are a lot of tight ends that are available right now in Sleeper. So
sprint, don't walk.
If you are in our league, sprint over to get a tight end and double up on a tight end in your flex position.
By the way, do you have kickers?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any kickers.
No. Do you have kickers in your league?
Oh, we've got kickers because and we're screwed on those because there's no kickers available. There's no we got nothing. So next year, the changes that are coming before I show you who's about to, as of right now, advance to the tournament.
I'm excited for that.
we are going to, I believe we're going to be doing away because we did a pretty standard draft with one quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. And you can see why it's slim pickings.
You have a defense as well?
Uh-huh.
Okay. There are literally only 32 defenses. There is not even oh, well, we'll take a backup defense. No, there's no backup defenses.
No, and do you know who took like 3 during the draft? Phil Owen.
Oh.
Once again, why he's in our halftime entertainment show coming up here in a few minutes, you guys.
I thought it was Bad Bunny. I'm just kidding.
No. Bad Bunny is coming up in February, and that's going to be really good. But it's bad. So we're going to reduce the number. We're going to let everybody just have like 1 running back, 1 wide receiver. Phil says
you're keeping 32 teams. I happen to have a spare.
We're going to keep it at 32 teams just because the chaos.
No, that's chaos. Yeah,
I can't let go of the chaos.
I've never been in a 32-team league. I think the most I've been in is like 14 or something like that. But yeah, it sounds like chaos. So.
Well, listen, we're welcoming back sponsors, so we look forward to having Second Nature as a sponsor next year. I think Phil is, here's the thing, Phil. I don't know. Do I see your name? Unfortunately, I do. And that just
got to buy.
Katie's got to buy, and that's just rude. So go ahead, come back in the comments, Phil. What else do you want to say?
Who is Phil's quarterback? That's what I want to know.
Eric. Okay, you know what? Hold on. We're going to pull this down, and we're going to pull Eric's comment up.
Oh, and I see.
We're going to
Parks.
So Eric's name is "Your trade requests are trash." Eric, do you want to type in the comments how many of your trade requests have been accepted, though? Because that's my request to you, and my trade requests have been accepted this season.
Are trades going down in this league?
Yes, they are. So Eric's had 0 trade requests accepted, and his name in the league is "Your trade requests are trash."
Okay.
But I have had multiples accepted.
I'm going to guess Eric hasn't accepted any back either because those requests are trash.
Eric, do you want to comment? We'll wait for you to comment on that.
Wait, so real quick, Phil's in first here?
Apparently, we're going to bring that back up. Phil is in first place with a bye. Looks like Courtney Parks is up against
Parks.
Chris Stearns, who is also a great property manager who manages properties in Florida and Michigan if you need them. By the way, my commish jacket's a little squeaky. I apologize. We've got Blake Hughes, not to be confused with Blakely Hughes in Florida. Do not get them confused. 2 different people.
2 different people.
We've also got a great showing from On-Site Pros. We've got to give it up to Mike Williams, also there on the board. So we're not letting On-Site Pros back in next year. That's been decided. It has been rigged. That's just rude. No more Tennessee fans in the league. And then
Megan Brooks is a Tennessee fan, I believe.
She can be back in.
Go Vols.
And then it looks like my husband and his AI worked their way into the top.
Oh, the Todd father. Look at that.
That's cute. That's cute for them.
What?
Hey, no, I have not sent you any trade requests. I don't see any players on your team that I want, but thank you so much. I'll let you know.
Love that.
So with that said,
Yes.
I think it's time for us to take a little bit of a little fun break, do a little bit of what is the unexpected, but it is the halftime show. So there should be.
Is it Shakira?
It's not Shakira. Do you want to take another guess?
T Swift.
It is, in fact, T Swift.
All right. We have her. This is great. This is big budget.
We do. Hold on. Let me just call her.
First Harry Potter world. Now this is great.
Let me just call her. You know what? She's not answering. So she didn't answer. So instead, I am going to bring up something else that I have prepared. Luckily, Phil Owen and his friend helped me with this a little bit. And then there's something I'm a little bit nervous about. I'm not going to lie. It's something a friend of mine prepared for me, and I decided to take a little bit of the pressure off of Phil after his video and add it to the halftime show.
Now
So
I'm nervous. This is crazy. This is a crazy buildup.
it feels a little weird. So we're gonna do it, and we're gonna see what people think. Ooh, hold on. We got to run it back because we were previewing it earlier. So people get a preview. Yes.
When you need us to see a brand new scene. Public marketing campaign. So much data, it's insane.
Breaks them fast. She don't chase, baby, she's the catch. Credit card swipe, that's her love language. Cash rules summer, but she's the main event. Hey, babe, a big icon. Birkin bag with the lip gloss on. Hey, babe, champagne dawn. Late night heat when the pool lights on. Hey, babe, yeah, she's dripping in Dior, walking straight into infamy. Star of David on a diamond chain. Catch that light, baby, say her name. Convertible rise down the PCH. Every head turns just to catch a face. For all eyes on me.
The NARPM loves Abby for me.
No AI was used in the production of this.
None whatsoever. None.
Oh, wow.
None. Listen, if you want, listen,
No promises. I'm going to try and get, a Smallwood or a Thad Tarkenton up there and perform something on the next conference. We'll see. Maybe they'll throw a wig on.
It's funny that you say that because I was looking through my videos to try and find something to add to that. And I was really looking for something that I had of like Thad, like DJing or something like that. But listen, I mean, so I have to tell everybody, I did not put that image together. I did not put that song together. A great friend of mine, Edward, who used to actually work in the property management industry, and has left us to go become a big star, and record music, made that song for me. And he's releasing it this holiday season along with an album with other holiday music and all sorts of stuff. And I thought,
is the album all dedicated to you?
It is. It's actually got a whole NARPM Loves Abby thing on the front. It's super non-egotistical at all.
No.
Super great. No, but it was just super flattering. And I was so flattered and humbled by that. And I thought no better place than to share it with my friends tonight. And it's coming this Hanukkah season, this holiday season, this playoff season. So
get your pre-orders in, everyone.
Get your pre-orders in now. But listen, but in all seriousness, if you love his music, he is streaming on all the Spotifys under LA Ego. And I do love him. And I am so gracious and grateful to him for doing that for me.
LA Ego. Shout out
LA Ego. Shout out to Edward for that.
I laughed in the middle of it because I looked over at you and you were singing word for word.
Listen, I play that and I play all of his music. I am honestly his biggest fan. I have to be honest, I have one of his other songs in here.
Do we have a Todd song? Do we have a song for Todd?
We don't, but like I have one of his other ones in here. It's like background music.
I'm a Birkin big, and you a working big. With your everyday Michael Kors looking this. You wanna
like
I can relate though.
And I'm just like, I am one of his biggest fans. Like, I play his music every day in the car. And so if there was
Amazing.
ever going to be somebody that was going to be the music for a halftime show that I did, it was going to be Edward. So
Love it.
love it. So back to, before we get completely off the rails, let's go back. Let's do kind of a little bit more of what's coming up and what's coming this week in the matchups. Like I said, I have Dak. He's out. I'm expecting a loss. What are you expecting in your fantasy this week? Maybe in Yahoo or in your other leagues, because I know I'm looking at Yahoo as my only chance of winning this week, not in Sleeper. So what are you looking at? What are you trying to do?
I mean, first off, winners and losers from last week told us that we know nothing about football. Like the things that you did not expect to happen happened. Really in all quarters. We talked about Brock Bowers went absolutely off. So we're talking winners, Brock Bowers. If you got him, start him. Don't think about it. Christian McCaffrey, guess what? He's still good at football, and he's still running the freaking football left and right and scoring touchdowns. Keep him. Drake London can catch the football. 3 touchdowns. How are you?
Yep.
And by the way, guys, Caleb Williams went number 1 overall. What was it, last year? Yeah, he's kind of good, actually, believe it or not. He went off against the Bengals. Start Caleb Williams if you can. Don't sleep, though, and this is my spicy take. Sam Darnold. Okay, people have slept on Sam Darnold. People have retired, figured he is no longer. No, Sam Darnold is playing good football right now. So shout out to Sam Darnold. It's 2025, and in your fantasy league, you should start Sam Darnold over Patrick Mahomes tomorrow.
I actually think that's a great take, because if my son would ever come on one of these things with me, he could tell you that I think it was last season I had Sam as my QB, and every week I was like, this kid is good. This kid is good. This kid is good. You got to give him time. He's going to be even better. He's going to be even better. He's going to be even better.
I'm afraid now that we've given too much hype, he's going to just
and then he's going to shit the
bed. If that's the case, then I never said this and delete this off the internet.
But you're completely right. I've had London on my team since the beginning of the season. I've had him on multiple teams. He's absolutely phenomenal.
3 of them things.
Yeah.
Here were the losers, though, okay, of last week at least, and take what you will for moving forward into this week. Alvin Kamara. Okay, he is on the Saints. The Saints have thrown this season into the garbage along with the Miami Dolphins. Don't play any more Saints players. And Alvin Kamara, who you think would always be a start.
Except for one. I've got you one. I'll raise you one. A tight end on the Saints team is Juwan Johnson. So
that's fine if you need to, because you're in a 32
if you're in 32 league person, or if you need to pull up a tight end, I would start Juwan.
I just don't trust their quarterbacks. But listen, if you need someone, Juwan Johnson has been, again, your safety blanket for you. Daniel Jones had 5 turnovers. Is he going back to the Daniel Jones we've known, or is he, Colts Daniel Jones? We'll see. I tread lightly, but we'll see. Who knows? Jordan Love, a guy who you think could just come in, come out, ball out every week. Really didn't play good last week. The team got a little injured. And, by the way, he's going up against the Eagles this week. So I would say stay away from Jordan Love if you can. And then the unfortunate injuries of Tucker Kraft, CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels.
Literally two of those are my players. So you brought up an interesting point. You said Daniel Jones, is he becoming the Daniel Jones of the past? So I'm looking at one of my teams, and I've got an interesting decision to make this week. I've got Daniel Jones, and I've got Jackson Dart.
Okay.
Now, see, I think that's an interesting dilemma, because Jackson's actually, I think he's predicted by points pretty dead even, but just a little bit ahead. So my instincts, as somebody that tries to set the rivalries aside now, because that's what Mike Williams taught me week 1, was to stop playing my Bears players and start playing Packers when I needed to, and, get rid of those rivalries when it came to fantasy. Is play Jackson Dart.
This is fascinating. No. This is fascinating because my gut says keep Daniel Jones in. They're playing the Falcons, decent matchup, and he's been playing very well all year. Maybe it was just a blip on the radar. But then I think, okay, well, the Giants are playing the Bears. The Bears just gave up like 1 billion points to Joe Flacco and the Bengals. Is the Bears defense going to stop Jackson Dart? I don't know. So,
and then I countered that with, did you see what the Falcons did to the Bills? And if Jones isn't at his top game and last week wasn't just a blip, could the same thing happen with him as what happened when the Falcons and the Bills met up and Allen wasn't at the top of his game? And
there's just
my son, who's the Bills fan, is literally listening to me say this, and he's like, "Why are you reminding me of that horrible game?"
Listen, the Bills are just fine. They're going to be making a playoff run.
Exactly,
everything's good over there. Look, there's just so much parity though. Like the Falcons also lost by 1 billion too.
We don't want to get lost in the sauce.
So I don't know. Maybe make it a game time decision. See how you're feeling. Wake up that morning, eat your breakfast, think like, what am I thinking today? That's all.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Jackson Dart can move though. He's got some legs.
He's such a mover.
And I'll say he's been scoring rushing touchdowns too, because quite frankly, there's no way to throw the ball too. So I don't know. Maybe you can catch some points that way.
He has been. He was interesting to watch at Ole Miss too.
Yeah.
My son.
Good player. Yeah, I know he was in the Heisman running at Ole Miss too. He's having a good little rookie year.
Yeah, he says, "Are you a Kentucky fan or an Ole Miss fan?" Because I was such a fan of that Ole Miss recruiting class, and I'm like, well, they were just a really good team. I'm sorry, they were.
Yeah.
But before we wrap it up, let me double check. I don't think we've got any other questions besides Eric wanting to know if I sent him any trade requests, which I haven't. But I'll take a look at your team, see if there's anybody that I want. If you've got a quarterback,
is Monagai available on the Bears?
Listen,
he's like a last. He's like the second string running back now. DeAndre Swift's down. I don't know. I'm just thinking of names that probably under the surface.
Somebody, listen. There's
32 teams.
I will look. But
wait, so you need a quarterback this week, though.
I need a quarterback.
Is Mariota still available?
There's nobody available.
Jacoby Brissett. You have to like pick up a backup and hope someone gets hurt and that he has to go.
That's like literally there's everybody, including Shador, was drafted.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Like literally everybody has been picked up in this league.
Tanner McKee.
It's insane.
Good luck. Good luck. That's all I could say.
The depth in this league.
Tony Romo. Pick up Tony Romo.
Did you have something you wanted to? My dog is sitting here now. Do you have something you would like to? Do you have something to contribute for the management minute, or you've woken from your nap? Okay, he's just woken from his nap, and it's the water Gatorade moment of the call. So, but I really do appreciate you joining, and obviously people are now getting kind of a feel for these late night, calls that have no rhyme or reason, but a little bit of an agenda to them that kind of connects back to football and to fantasy and to property management and operations in some way, shape, or form. Tonight, I think we found our theme that was, bench operations and, team management and culture matters.
Team management, yeah.
Yeah, that culture matters and that it kind of all comes from the head down. Any final thoughts from you besides players to pick up? Any other knowledge and wisdom?
I guess from like a property management side, I think like people are willing to pay for convenience. So if you can make whatever their living experience is more convenient, people are, number one, willing to pay for it, but number two, want that, right? They want
Yeah.
that convenience. So however you can do that by whether it's just offering a little bit more or reinvesting into your own business to allow a more convenient process for those residents, I think they'll thank for you. And I always say this, like, hey, if you look at your own property management group and you thought about, okay, if I rented at this property management group, rented at one of these units, would I want to renew? Would I want to continue living here or not? And if you feel like, hey, you're in a good spot where people should want to continue to renew, then keep what you're doing. And if you feel like maybe opposite, then maybe there's room to improve. And so I don't know. I think putting yourself in the shoes of those residents as well.
Yeah, I like that. And that goes back to everything we have been talking about, right? It goes back to, if you don't want to be a fan of your team anymore, then why would you work there? If you don't want to rent from yourself, if you don't want to work on your own team, if you don't want to work for yourself, I would take that inventory of yourself really heavily and sit with that and
practice what you preach, right?
Do some work on that. Practice what you preach. So
and then just from a Philadelphia Eagles fandom, fantasy football standpoint,
please,
guys, the Packers are the team that raised the alarms on the tush push getting banned this offseason.
Oh yeah, you guys are going to tush them into oblivion.
I'm expecting us to tush push them into an oblivion.
Please.
Tush pushes left and right. Tushes will be pushed, and Jalen Hurts, multiple touchdowns. Lock it in. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I might bet it. That's all.
Well, listen, I'm expecting that from you. And like I said earlier, when we were doing a little bit of prep for this, I will be wearing my Blink If You Hate the Packers shirt this weekend in my alliance with you. It's
cool.
Not only does it root on the Bears, but obviously it also will help you win. I hope you demolish them. I will be hopefully benching all of my Packers players so that you can do that efficiently and not harm my fantasy teams. Thank you.
No doubt.
Yeah, I hope you push them into oblivion. Make sure that all of those, the light poles are greased so that you guys are safe.
Not yet. We gotta wait for the Super Bowl for that.
Yeah. But listen, you guys get a little crazy up there anyway. So if you need the grease for the gym tan laundry, you might want to go borrow some from Philly. So you could do that.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
There you go. We brought it all full circle back to the somehow we did it at 9.
And someone's gonna come home with a golden toilet after this year. So,
and somehow, I feel like Vinny on the Jersey Shore would love that. I feel like he'd be walking around the club like, whoop, whoop, have you seen my golden toilet?
No doubt.
That was one of my favorite shows in college. I loved that show. I dressed up as Snooki. If I had known, I should have done my research. I should have brought up that picture and I would have been really well prepped for this call.
Yeah, that would have been something.
But
could be
that one stays in the archives. You guys, I've done enough with the album cover tonight.
Nice.
So, well, with that, I think we'll let everybody take all of this in. We will share this with everybody that did not get to see it. So hopefully if you're seeing this on the replay, you are enjoying this as much at 9 a.m. as we did at 9 p.m. With your morning coffee. Right. Or Diet Coke or Dr. Pepper, wherever you may be. And if you have any questions.
Is that a regional thing? Dr. Pepper in the morning instead of coffee? Is that?
I think so. If you're on like the West Coast, maybe Utah, Idaho, like the sip places, like where they go to like the drive-through like soda shops.
Mm-hmm. This is news to me.
Yeah. Dr. Pepper, like they love a soda with like the creamers in them.
Hey, I ain't mad at them.
I will get you up to date on everybody's morning beverage of choice because no matter where I am, I need my caffeine.
That's good. Yeah. No, I'll need a whole Excel sheet of that. That's good.
And once again, congratulations to you and your wife.
Oh, thank you. Exciting.
On your new bundle of joy that is coming later this year. And we will roll Second Nature's contact information. If you want to get in touch with them, there will be a QR code at the end of this so that you guys can get in touch with them. Otherwise, it's just secondnature.com because it's second nature to get in touch with them. Just Second Nature. So
everything is. Come on now. People in purple.
It's they're the purple people, you guys. So it's been fun. Jack, thank you so much. I appreciate
Absolutely.
you.
No, this was fun, and I really appreciate it. It was a good little time to just chat a little football at the end. So here we are.
Awesome. Well, here's hoping Brock pulls it in for us again this week.
Go Brock Bowers.
All right. We will see you guys next time on December 3rd with Deb Newell, I think, from Real Time Consulting. So, all right. See you guys soon.